Hey there, it's Michael Leckie and Mark Bowden with our Career Ask Me Anything. This week or this month, we're doing our political spin on Career Ask Me Anything and looking at lessons from the world of politics and how those impact business as well. And so here's a question that came in. This came in after the Biden-Trump debate. How much can a candidate's debate style or their performance reveal about their decision-making processes and their leadership approach? So what is who they are on the stage tell about who they are off the stage in making decisions and leading? Interesting question. Mark, what thoughts do you have on that?
Yeah, here's where I go on this one, is that if you are seeing a good stage performance and you're seeing a great stage performance again and again and again, if you're seeing a consistency in the brand, a consistency in what they promise as their performance, and they keep on delivering that, I would suggest that what you're going to see from that person is a reliance on structure for them, okay? Because great performance is simply a set of techniques that somebody is doing again and again and again. Now, some people learned those techniques, but they don't know how they learned them. They don't know who they learned them from, but they had good people around them. Some people are trained in those techniques and they know exactly what those techniques are and who, but there is no extraterrestrial being that put a finger down on somebody and said, you will be a great orator. You will be a great performer. It is all technique. It is all technique. It's just some people don't know how they learned it. So, look, are you seeing somebody who unconsciously is a great performer, a great user of this progression of techniques? Or are you seeing somebody who's gone out and learned it and aligned themselves to it? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. You'd have to say, where did you get the skill around this? Because it is a skill. It is not a talent. In fact, I'm against the whole idea of talent, because, if I've got a talent, if you think I'm a good performer, okay, and I communicate well, and that's a talent that I have, well, how do I know it can't get taken away from me? If it was given to me by something, I don't know what, then could I not have it taken away from me? I can't live my life like that. Like tomorrow, I could lose all my talent. It's like, that's how I make my living. So for me, it has to be a set of techniques that I can do on purpose, day after day after day. And if I fail in them, it was my fault. And if I win at them, it was my fault. And if I'm failing too much, I need to go back to them and relearn them, okay? So look, I don't know whether it's going to tell you anything else about how that person may handle other stuff other than they're either unconsciously competent at this or they're consciously competent at this. Michael, maybe you've got a different view to me. What's your thought?
No, I don't have a different view. I think that it tells you, not a lot and a great deal, right? Not a lot, and it's not going to, the question said their decision-making processes and leadership approach. I like what you said about, it tells you something about that they may be structured because they've had to learn that. It may be something that they don't really realize they've learned. They picked it up just because the people they were around. But what it does say to me, and I guess maybe I'll take the question in the negative, if they have a really poor debate style, because we're talking about the good ones, if they have a really poor debate style, a really poor public presence, what it might say to me is that they focus on what they focus on and ignore the things they don't find to be important, even if they might be. And that does worry me to an extent. It worries me when I have a leader, especially in this day and age, who doesn't feel that she or he has to put on a decent performance. Not a great one, but a decent one. I worked with one leader that I will say, I think when I first saw him perform, or let's say, I won't say perform, just get up in front of the audience, really not good at all. Not good at all. However, they took on that feedback and they worked with someone to get better at it. Now, I would not say that it is this person's strong point yet, but they're a lot better than they were. I will say that they have gotten amazing results with the company that they lead. And I believe it's because there was enough humility to say, this is not something I enjoy. This is not something I'm naturally good at. This is not something that I have picked up or learned, but I'm going to do the hard work to do it well enough that I can get my message across, because my message is what matters. So I think when you see a really poor brand image debate style, that is more of an interesting message about maybe they don't think about it the things they should than a really positive one. I think you can have a really good stage presence and be a bit of an empty suit, but the odds are that the person who is the good stage presence of the empty suit, that's going to show up soon enough. So let them continue to get up there. If they have that good presence, that good style, and they have good content and substance behind them, I think that gives you an insight into they probably have some pretty good leadership capabilities and decision-making processes. Anything else to add on that before we close on this question, Mark?
Well, I mean, it does spark for me is maybe what you're looking for there in a leader, and to understand their decision-making process is when it comes to their performance, do they feel or want to get better? Do they feel like there's more out there? Are we looking for leaders who are constantly going, you know what, I think there's more, and I think we could go and get it in the right way? We're looking for those, or we're looking for the people who go, no, I think that's it. It's all good enough. I'm not sure. I go for the former one, I think. And to your point, Michael, up in my mind came two clients that I've had working with some incredible companies, both engineering mindsets, so both running companies, which you'd well know, you probably have their stock, and they've got there through incredible, basically, software engineering, and they are not the people you would first think, okay, going to be a great communicator. In fact, they're really built for the opposite of that. They really don't want to go there. But I've never met two people who wanted to get better more. The desire was to, the lean in, the desire, the ache for if only I could get better at this. And did they get better? I mean, massively and quickly. Will they be the greatest communicators ever? Probably not. I mean, because they've got their mind on they're dealing with some complex situations here. But can they get radically better quicker? Yeah, absolutely. And the most important thing for me was that desire. And when that desire, everybody knows that desire. They've had that desire for themselves. So I would be seeking leaders who have that desire for the better. Look, if you have desires,
sorry to interrupt you. That improved performance, the one performance is probably not enough, but I hear you saying that improved performance over time, or a flat or decaying performance, that tells you something.
Yeah, that's not a share that I'm looking for. Let's just say that. Look, if you have questions for us, any questions that you think would help you and you can ask us anything down below to the side, or michaelleckie.com/ask. Get yourself over there, take a look around and ask us a question. We'll see you again soon. Bye now.